Sunflowers, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited for today's video. If you're new here, hi, my name is Grace. I make positive lifestyle college content. I would love to have you join the Sunflower family. All you have to do that is subscribe down below. Today I'm going to be doing a college Q&A where I answer all of your guys' questions you guys asked me over on my Instagram about university, all the truths behind it, the truth about college. Literally, if you guys have a question, I'm here to help you guys out with it. I've done a ton of these on my channel. I like to be that like big sister who's like already experienced half of college already and can give you guys good advice on different things and things that I wish someone told me. So without further ado, we're gonna hop right into the video, right into the questions, and I'm so thankful you guys are here today. I hope you guys are having a great day and just know that blessings are on the horizon. All right, let's get into it. Okay, I'm gonna have my phone out in this video because all the questions I got are actually from Instagram, like I said. So let's get into the first question. What should I do to get prepared for college? I'm going to be a freshman in high school. So this is somebody asking from the perspective of someone about to go into high school. This would help anybody who hasn't quite gone to college yet. So there's a few different things I can think of right off the top of my head that I wish I would have focused more on or knew more about in high school. Number one, taking dual credit. I personally would recommend dual credit even over AP if you're not like a genius in school and just know you'll do amazing, because the great thing about dual credit classes that I took, I didn't have to take any tests at the end of the class. It was basically if I did well in the class, I got that credit for college, and I definitely had classes I took like that in high school that then shaved off requirements in college, and then the college version of the class probably would have been harder for me, I would guess, and also just time saving, money saving, all the things like that. Very happy I did that, and I recommend you guys do that if you're still in high school. Number two, I think don't put so much crazy pressure on yourself in high school. I think it's really important to get good grades, study hard for your ACT, all the things like that. Be involved in things that make you happy, but like at least from my perspective, and now I'm not somebody who ever tried to get into like a Harvard or a crazy university, so maybe the answers to these questions aren't for someone like that, but at least in my opinion, your happiness in high school is just as important as your happiness in college. So don't make yourself do activities or clubs or things like that that you hate and you dread doing just because you think it'll be good for your college application. Maybe find a college that is looking for someone like you and the you that you actually are, and doing activities you actually like and spending your time doing things that you love. Because I feel like I knew a lot of people who tried to do so many different crazy things for college apps, and it's like, are you happy doing all that? So focus on your happiness in high school, but also get some credits out of the way for college. That's a great step, and yeah, I could honestly make a whole advice video because there's so many things. So comment down below if you guys want more advice for high schoolers who are starting to think about college. Okay, so the next question is college food actually good? Rate it. Now, I'm somebody who is a fast food lover, so take it from that perspective, but at least at Ole Miss, I lived on campus freshman year and ate every single meal in the meal plan. I didn't do groceries. I didn't even have a mini fridge in my dorm, so like I would say the meal plan more than most people. I personally loved it. I thought there was a lot of healthy options, a lot of junk food options. Honestly, pretty much anything you wanted to eat, there was pretty good something there for that, if that makes sense. At least at Ole Miss, we had the dining hall, we had Starbucks, we had pods, which had like more grocery type items. The dining hall was more like cooks, it was more like a cafeteria type setting, if that makes sense. We also were allowed to use our meal plan on places like McAllister's, which different restaurants that existed on campus, which was really great because I personally love food like that. But I think that people who are overly critical of meal plans and think that you can't find a healthy way to do it aren't necessarily looking or trying enough, because I know that there was so many options, and you just have to kind of explore into them to fit like your dietary needs. Also, let me just say, I was on the smallest meal plan Ole Miss offered, and I ate 3 meals there a day, and I basically only paid for an extra like 2 to 3 meals a week on top of the meal plan, like out of my own pocket, aside from the upfront payment. So I wouldn't really advise getting the one that's like unlimited meals unless you eat like an insane amount. But having those meals every day on campus, I had no complaints. It was so nice. Honestly, take advantage of that freshman year and you have someone else cooking all your meals for you, because it's so time consuming. I'm looking forward to living alone in an apartment, like learning how to cook more and getting more into all that. But definitely take advantage of your freshman year where somebody kind of takes care of all that for you. It's a good stepping stone between like living at home with your parents and like being all the way out into an apartment, because you're living on your own, but you know, you have a community bathroom, someone else is cleaning, you have the meal plan where someone else is making your food. So just like enjoy it while you're in it, because it's not really a time you'll get to experience again, and I had so much fun in that time period. Okay, the next question that I got is, how do you deal with toxic people at college? I thought this was a really important question because I do think that dealing with toxic friendships and relationships and different things is a whole new ball game in college versus high school. Not that it's harder, but it's definitely much different than cutting off different relationships in high school, at least in my experience and in my opinion, because when you're going to college, you're thrown into this setting where everyone is looking for friends. You're literally like, you'll talk to anybody, anybody will talk to you, and that's like one of the most fun things of college. I think that's great, but it's also really easy to accidentally slip into relationships that aren't the healthiest for you, and friendships, because you kind of are going into it by yourself and you're just kind of willing to talk to anybody, willing to like embrace anything. And I think that that's really important. But also throughout those friendships, make sure you're evaluating if they're healthy for you, if you're happy with the people that are in your life in this new lifestyle, because there is so much overwhelmingness that comes with moving to college. I feel like sometimes it's like, okay, there's people in my life, but are those people good for you? Because that's super important. And I think that it can be a little hard to remove toxic relationships and friendships in college, because the difference is in high school you go home. So even if it's like light friendships where you like see them, you know, at school or whatever, you go home and like you don't have to see them in that environment. But say in college, like you live in a dorm, you might live in a building with someone who's not a healthy friendship for you, but they're gonna know if you're home or not. You know, you're basically all living on this campus together, and it's like such a weird once in a lifetime thing where you're all in this space. But I think setting boundaries is really, really important. So it's not necessarily about like cutting someone off if they're not the best for your life, but setting boundaries with them to make sure that you are having people surround you who are good for you, because you want the same for them. You want them to be surrounded by people who are also healthy, vice versa for them. So if they're not that for you, I think having conversations about boundaries is really important. Because if you just let stuff slide, I know I sometimes struggle with that, but if you don't ever take charge of your relationships and friendships, it's going to kind of walk all over you and definitely not do any service to you. So I think that you kind of just have to have like those 5 seconds of confidence where you have conversations about boundaries and things like that, because these people are going to be all around you. You don't get to go home at the end of the day like you're in a dorm living right next to all these people you're building connections with. Okay, this next question is a little lighter because that last one was kind of heavy, but somebody asked, when is your apartment tour video coming out? So I move into my apartment August 10th. I'll just go ahead and tell you guys that. I'm going to be making a moving vlog series. I'm so excited for that, and I want to have a pretty quick turnaround with that apartment moving because I know you guys love that, and I want to have my apartment moving up because I'm also going to do a moving series afterwards where I show you guys like me deep organizing each space. Like I want a kitchen organization video, a fridge organization, a bathroom organization, all those things, because I know I love watching those videos and this is such good moving inspo. So just stay tuned because the moving content is going to be very quick return time, so around August 10th, and it's also going to be so much more than just one move-in, and I'm so excited. What is your go-to outfit for college? So this past semesters at home are a lot different, but I'm going to talk about in person because I know I'm about to go back in person. Most of you freshmen are getting ready for our actual in-person experience, which I could not be more excited for you guys because I loved my freshman year of college. I would say I'll give you guys 2 examples. So one is the typical go-to college outfit that I saw, at least in a SEC school campus. Most girls wore athleisure, so like a cute workout top, workout skirts, workout shorts, sweatshirts. Very comfy casual wear is super normal, and so having stuff like that, if that's what you're comfortable in, we wear that to class every day, you're set. Now me personally, I loved wearing like skirts, dresses, matching sets to class. I like dressing for like the life I want to live, and for me that is like always feeling myself, and so I like to wear a little bit more funky, fun outfit to kind of express who I am. So those are my go-tos. Matching sets were the best for that because I felt like I looked like myself. I looked super put together, but also didn't take a lot of time in the morning because matching sets, it's literally like already put together for you. So that was my go-to, and the college in general go-to. So you can do with that what you want. I think the most important thing is really just dressing how you're comfortable because you want to be confident. So I'm going to lightly address this question because I get it all the time, especially when I ask for college questions, but I constantly get asked if I'm ever going to do a story time about my first dorm freshman year, because if you guys have been watching for a while, I moved into this dorm. It was decorated literally so cute, and then I moved about a month later and lived on my own for the rest of my freshman year. I lived in a like single dorm room, if that makes sense. I'll link the video down below where I explained what was happening, but I'm just gonna go ahead and throw it out that I'm not ever gonna do a story about that. I would never really want to make a video that was any negative thing about any situation. At the time, I did what was best for me. I think that's important for you guys. If you're going to college and you end up in some dorm situation which is just not the perfect fit for you, don't be afraid to take charge of your life and take charge of your happiness and do what you need to do. I did that at the time I moved out. That's what needed to be done for me and for me to be able to thrive my freshman year. So that's all I'm gonna say on that. But if anybody's ever asked me that, that's what I'm gonna say about that. But I did want to address it because I think the dorm situation can be so scary. I think it's important that going into it knowing that you don't have to be stuck, so you don't have to like freak out about is this gonna work out. Maybe it won't, and it's gonna be fine and things are gonna go forward and life is going to work itself out. And if you take charge, I had to go talk to a few different people I moved out. It really was not that hard. It took like 2 days. And yeah, okay, we'll go on to the next question. Okay, the next question says what to wear things for game days. I've never been to college games. Maybe in the fall semester I'll go. So I'm going to talk about this from a few different perspectives, which I think is a really fun thing since I have been an online student, about to be a Mizzou in-person student, and I was almost an in-person student. I've experienced college from a lot of different angles. So let me just talk first, like, some schools have different not dress codes, but like general dress of what people wear for games, and it's a bit fancier. So Ole Miss, and I've heard a lot of other like southern SEC schools, you dress fancy. Like girls wear dresses, guys dress nice. I loved that energy. You guys know I'm super extra, so I was there for it, and I would probably wear that to any football game. I love dressing up, and I just think it's a fun tradition to do for football games and game days in general. But I know, like, I'm about to go to Mizzou and people dress a lot more casual for that. So a lot more people would wear like 2-piece matching sets or like a cute crop top and shorts, or whatever the case may be. To be honest, I like to just be me, so I'll probably still be a little overdressed for those games and kind of stay true to how I liked to dress back in the old days for my Ole Miss games. But I think the most important thing about dressing for a game day is just like college class dress, wear something that makes you feel confident, makes you feel like bold when you walk in a room, but not insecure. So if you think, oh, I want to wear like jean shorts and a top, no matter what school you're at, wear that. If you want to wear a dress, wear that. I think you should just wear what you want to wear. You like it, you wear it. That's the motto. And also, I really hope you do get to go to fall games this year because they're so fun. I'm so excited for football games and tailgates to be back. Hopefully they're all actually back, but I really think they're gonna be, and I'm so excited for it. Okay, so next question I got is, will you do an updated dorm must-haves video? Would you guys want that? Comment down below. I have one up already. I was thinking of doing like an apartment must-haves because it's a topic I haven't talked on. I've lived in an apartment now. I went and moved out this past year and lived in one for like 6 months-ish, and I felt like I was really prepared in a lot of good ways, and I acknowledged different things that I probably could have used that I didn't have. So if you guys want like an updated version of that from like apartment living, let me know. Okay, so the last question I'm going to be answering today is, what is the application process like? So this is different for every school, and I can't speak on this a ton, to be honest, because the first time I applied to college, I only applied to Ole Miss. Now, applying as a transfer student is a lot different, and I applied to like maybe 4 different schools. I don't honestly remember all of them. It is a lot more than I thought it was, because when I was first going into college, honestly, the at least application process to Ole Miss was super easy, super quick, super straightforward. I found out I got in very fast, and it really was not a stressful thing for me, where I know it can be, because when I did it as a transfer student, I was much more stressed out because timelines were a little different. I had to kind of figure out what credits were going to go to different schools. Like, that played the biggest role, if that makes sense, in me picking Mizzou, is that I would still be set to graduate on time. So the application process can just be a lot, but just know, I'd say my number one advice for it is to just make a list of what schools you want to apply to, what different qualifications there are for each, keep track of when they're, you know, in correspondence with you, talking to you, letting you know when you get in. And the biggest thing that can help with all of that is starting early. And I know that there's a lot of pressure in high school sometimes to go like right into the college mindset, but honestly, it really was so relaxing for me to go into my senior year, already know where I was going to college. I didn't have to worry about it at all. And then when I decided to transfer this spring, which I was really just trying to make sure I could transfer by the coming fall, but it happened pretty quick for me, I wanted to give myself months to apply, not be super, you know, stressed out about when they were gonna get back to me about getting in, all those different things. So I would say the biggest thing is give yourself time. It may seem like you're starting too early if it's early junior year and you're applying, but honestly, giving yourself time is going to relieve future stress from happening. All right, you guys, so comment down below if you notice how much I use my hands to talk in this video. I'm gonna try not to do it in this outro, but I hope this video helped you guys. I really like just being like your guys' like college big sister, always giving you guys advice, answering whatever questions, because I know I had so many questions and I was like so nervous about college, and I watched so many YouTube videos, and I want to be that person for you guys. And yeah, I love you guys so much. I'm so excited for the rest of the summer. I have tons of travel content along with back to school content coming. Literally so much back to school content. That's my favorite stuff to make. It's my favorite time of year on YouTube, so cheers to the most wonderful time of the year. But yes, I'll see you lovely sunflowers in my next video.
Shampoo